Well, hello, hello, hello. Let's hope it's a slightly better picture quality this time, fiddle with some of the settings, but welcome back to the PCM SimGame. This time we're doing the Tour de CMU, based in Thailand. Using, of course, the World DB 2025 using the SimGame database. Anyway, people are here, let's get this truck rolling. 2.2 race, Tour de CMU. There's the stages there. We're starting with a 4-kilometer prologue. Stage 2, a few small hills in the middle, but it ultimately come down to a mass sprint. And stage 3 is the mountain top finish. Shorter stage, 14 kilometers of it is a big mountain. There's the stages there. We're starting with a 4. Ooh, I don't want to hear my voice twice there. But we are live. China Glory is typing something. What are they typing? But here we have the, now look at the riders who are taking up the start list. Is a Conti only level race. So these are the lowest teams in our PCM cycling sim game. ATT Investments have Jan Hurt, very strong climber, 77 mountain, leading the team of the Czech Republic. And Post Chain Reaction, lowest rated on the start list, but they have Ruben Fernandez. Maybe it could be on a +3 day with that 72 mountain. Beat Cycling have Lurks with the 74. Don't forget there is that time trial, so perhaps Fernandez has got better time trial than Jan Hurt. Maybe that prologue 6 kilometers will make it or break it for them. Catharuel bringing Castillejo, the great Spanish time trialist. China Glory, very Chinese team with, of course, Lancalotti from Monaco. Hasn't got the mountain stat, but he's got that medium mountain, hopefully to make up for it. Team Europe car, great to have another blast from the past. Bedlati is their leader, 75 mountain, reasonable domestics there. Euskaltel Euskadi, Ivan Romero, very strong rider, decent time trialist, not the greatest in the mountains. We'll see how he can perform today. The Mongolia Ferrari team with no Mongolian riders, as Horvat, the only Eastern European rider on the start list here. They, of course, have the Belgian Xandro, who will lead them. Haribo Jan Christen, of course, didn't he just win that stage in Algarve this morning? Pretty sure that was him. He's on great form. Dan McClay, they've got a sprinter, I guess. Have they got a mountain rider? Maybe a Ravasi? I think they're going all in for the sprint, or maybe a breakaway win. SWAT Cycling Club, the Zebra Herd, have sprinter. Courtesy as their climber, no real standout climber there. Hope and pray her can do bits, absolutely. Carlos Verona for Team Tinkoff Saxo Bank. There is going to be another one to look out for. Trinity, another green jersey. James Shaw is their leader. Anyway, so we're starting off with that 4 kilometer, not 6 kilometer. Jan Christian is the favourite. Berens, Romero, Castillejo, Rafferty's back here again. Let's just verify the settings. Normal 1, 1, and 3. Hope and pray. I'm hoping China Glory can do some great results. Anyway, here we are on the start line, and Post Tingles is the first rider off the ramp. Hopefully it's quite quick, as we don't really like prologues. They take a while to go through. But there's the confirmation of the race start. Let's have a look at the course. It is an out, around, and back. Few trees on the course. Hey, look at those mountains in the background, looking stunning as always. Beautiful lake. The riders can hop in and cool off after the ride. Very, very short, very, very quick. Let's have a look how the first rider on course does today, and then we'll start rolling through the riders. First, 5 minutes 20. Now, this is a prologue. Just looking for prologue stat. Ida Schelling, one of the first better riders off. Geez, that Orica jersey. Blast from the past. Of course, into the first position, 5 seconds ahead of Lennart. The next prologue rider is the China Glory team. Don't want to go much faster than this because it's a very, very short prologue. Van Bell here. He's got 70 prologue. he could perhaps set the next best time for the Haribo squad. They got socks and a bottle with their logo on it. How very organised of them. And of course he does better than Schelling, 3 seconds better in fact. Rafferty could do better if he's on a good day, but I'm expecting a top 5 from him. Second, first equal. Oof. Definitely a rider we should have kept an eye on. Pushfeld, 67 prologue, 71 flat. Is there much wind? There's a little bit of wind, so it's a slight headwind out, tailwind back. Hopefully the riders are getting a slight negative split there from the halfway stage. Tusveld in 10 seconds down. Heatherly, the South African time trial champion. He did a good climb. The Ulator, and he's coming first now, 2 seconds ahead of Van Bell. Good thing we were talking about him then. Martin Toft Madsen is here for Kaharuel. He's a time trial specialist. He sets the best time, 1 second ahead of Heatherly. Warbass as well, also known for his TT prowess, 6th, 7 seconds down. Thornley. Don't think Roland's going to do too well. McDunphy. Hamza, he's just had a great tour over in Algeria. Didn't win, but he had a great tour. If there were bonus seconds, could have also gone his way. Monk, Grat. A lot of these riders here not being TT specialists, but they are looking like good key domestics for their team. Focusing on the China Glory team now. We get paid sponsorship by them to show their jersey on screen. For a Hodge, big sprinter here for the Kaharuel squad. 74 acceleration, 74 sprint. He'll be looking out for tomorrow's stage. Hopefully they can keep him safe over the hills though. Here we go, Darren Rafferty, the next hope for the Haribo squad. 70 prologue, 71 flat. They're hoping to take back the top spot, and they have by 12 seconds. A significant change in the hot seat. First under 5 minutes, here we have the Ethiopian time trial champion, all white kit, looking good, love the white shorts. He comes home 51 seconds down. Beloke not doing so well. Who else is decent? Here we go. Valentin Ferron, 69 prologue, 71 flat for Team Europe car. Could be up there in the top 10. I'm not going to think that Rafferty's time will be beaten. He's not, 18 seconds down in 9th. There's already some significant time gaps between these riders here. Is Jiga Horvath the GOAT? The wind is slightly picking up now. It's 14 kilometers an hour. Horvath losing 41 seconds there. Gonzalo could have a decent time. Second, 7 seconds down. Herzog was named as one of the favourites for the stage. 15 seconds down in 8th position. As pattern for team. Is this Uskatel Uskadi? It is. It's a classic Uskatel jersey. Whoa, look at that wind now. 24 kilometers an hour. These riders who are finishing the starting later in the day, I don't know if they're getting the worst of it. I guess they are, because they're working into the wind. Get it? No other great riders. Rafferty still with the fastest time. The first only rider under 5 minutes so far for this prologue. Some beautiful jerseys here. Domin Novak, probably one of the GC or key domestics for the Tinkoff squad. 62 prologue, 69 flat. I'm not expecting a great time for him, but we'll keep an eye on him because he's probably going to be up there. Beddens sets the second best time, 6 seconds down. Here is our rider. Let's get our rider right down to 0, just so we're completely out of the standings. Here comes Fernandez now. Ruben Fernandez, the leader of Team and Post cycling team. We're keeping an eye on more of the leaders now. He's in 7th, 13 seconds down. Panazi's coming across. He's a sprinter, don't forget. He's not going to be fighting for this stage win. He comes across the line, 40 seconds down. Ivan Romeo, he's got a decent TT stat. He could upset Rafferty. He has not. He's 5 seconds down. Here comes Dan McLean now for the Orica Green Edge squad. The wind is picked up again, 24 kilometers an hour. Tailwind along this final section of the course. 52 k's an hour. Jesus, ripping it up, losing 48 seconds there. Luke's the leader for Team Beat Cycling. Looks like he's caught up on his Minuteman a bit. He did, 13 seconds down. James Shaw, he's got to be a favourite here for Trinity. He's got decent time trial. 22 seconds down. Here comes Berdelati. Matteo for Team Europe car. He hasn't got the greatest prologue stat, losing 35 seconds. Here comes Langalotti. China Glory's leader for the race. Losing 26 seconds. Darren Rafferty's holding strong. Here comes the Belgian now from the Mongolian team. Still 10 seconds down. Castrovejo, former Spanish national TT champ. For Kim Caruel. 5th, 9 seconds down. Verona, another strong mountain climber, but his prologue and TT stats are not the greatest. We see here he's only got 48 k's an hour. Remembering back, we saw one of those riders earlier going 52 in through the tailwind. Jan Christian has to be the favourite for the stage, surely. He does. 5 seconds ahead of Rafferty. Looks like Haribo will be leading the race into the second stage. Jan Hertz is trying not to lose too much time. 77 Mountain, the absolute favourite for the mountain stage, loses 31 seconds. Well done to Jan Christian of Team Haribo. Haribo 1-2. Christian and Rafferty. They've got 2 cards to play coming into the next stages. Hurrah! Let's get ready for the screenshots. Of course, Christian in yellow, you know, TT, they get the same split times there. Also in the points jersey for winning the stage, Christian, so Rafferty will probably wear that one. And Christian Rafferty 1-2 in the youth, so we might see Romeo in the youth jersey there. Haribo, of course, winning the team's classification so far with those first few placings. And there we have it. There's the GC of the after the prologue. Our rider losing 5 minutes, way out of contention. China Glory second to last with who? 1:16 down. And post-chain reaction, big losers of today. I guess they should have brought Ryan Mellon, to be honest, if they wanted to try and win something a bit more, or maybe try and board Darren Rafferty off Haribo. Fernandez, 11th, 18th, seconds back, not doing too badly for a GC riders. Anyway, second stage, supposed to be a sprint. Breakaway should be able to get away. There is, 20 mountain points on offer and 40 intermediate sprint points, 60 sprint points at the finish. Favourite to Dan McClay, Behrens, Hodge. Geez, this Xandro's decent. He's got a bit of an all-rounder. He's perfect for the Conti division. Panazzi, Van Bell, Benny and Ma named in the favourites. Let's see if he can pull something off.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. The profile of
Now riders on -3, so hopefully some other riders are on -3 having a good old day. Ivan Romeo is in the white jersey on behalf of Kristen and the Rafferty, of course. That is for the Euskaltel squad. Haribo 1-2, Rafferty and Kristen. Straight to the front, Haribo sends Emil Herzog to control the pace. Will we see a breakaway? Jan Hurt is moving up the peloton slightly, hopefully just to find a nice wheel. Let's have a look at the map while the breakaway gets established. Looks pretty straightforward. They're just going straight over the mountains, over the sprint. Oh, we turn around actually. We turn around and we go over the same climb for a second time, and it's just, oh, the whole race is out and back. And we're passing the finish line shortly. There it is there on the other side of the road. Oh, you can see it is kind of like a mirror image here. Well, will we see a breakaway today? Let's fast forward until we do. We will grab the top 10 on GC labels. And everything else is really the same. Maybe the youth as well, just to get a few more names listed. 15 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. No breakaway. Another unexciting. Hello, Ruben! I will sim the other race that what's his name didn't. I will do the only one more race today. I will do the Melbourne Warmer Bowl Classic because Mike Mans couldn't get it done. Otherwise, I've got other plans today. Otherwise, I might do some more tomorrow morning, so 24 hours time, if there are more races to do. Just 'cause I don't plan on it, and yeah. Actually, I'm free for the next few days, so I could get a lot more races done if needed, but not today. Anyway, it looks like riders are fighting for this intermediate sprint. Too much talking, not enough watching the race. Dan McClay getting a good lead out from Edith Schelling. On the right-hand side, it is Catherall blocking themselves. Alfredo Hodge going for second. Panazzi sneaking in for third there, and the rest just taking up the minor placings. Benazzi, yes, third place at that intermediate sprint. Look at the bushes all over the road. I'm surprised these aren't causing crashes for the riders. The terrain will begin to go up shortly as we approach the Ban Pang Tem 2 climb. It's called the same from both sides, but from this side it's a 5.3 kilometer climb. There's a puncture for a rider. Ivan Romeo has punctured, so the whole Euskaltel squad have gone back to save him. But yeah, so it's a 5.3 kilometer climb, average 5%, max 10.2. The terrain slopes up slightly before we even get to the climb proper. Catharuel on the front, lovely jerseys here. Excellent, Ruben, glad to hear it. Luckily it's not a whole 6-day tour, because it really takes it out of me. But nothing's really happening. Will we see a fight for the KOM points? Hopefully, to make it a bit more exciting of a race. Any teams who sent riders here for the breakaway, I don't know what's happening as to why they're not attacking. But yeah, anyway, no wind at all to speak of. 5 kilometers to the top now. Still Haribo on the front for Kristen and Rafferty. Is there bonus seconds at the finish? That's a question. Will we see an upset in the GC? 10 seconds at the finish for the winner of the stage. Whew. What a bonus. Anyway, 800 meters to the top now. Maybe Haribo will hold serve and take all the jerseys in this race. You have to be in it to win it, it seems. Here we are at the top, going over the banner. Herzog taking maximum points, followed by Thornley. We see Haribo 1, 2, 3, 4 in the mountain classification. They are going to get a ton of points from this race, it seems. Should have brought a TT specialist, one of these Conti teams. And then just, because then it would have been you guys who raked in away. The roads are a bit funky back there. Decapitated all our riders. 3.3 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Hopefully it's a bit more, well, I say a bit more exciting, but it was exciting last time. There we have Dan McClay being led up by Schelling once again. 1 kilometer to go. All over the road, other riders. Penanzi is the second to launch. Hodge is the first. Where is McClay? McClay looks like he gets out-sprinted by Madsen there. He does. So Martin Toft Madsen now virtually in that points jersey. At the finish line, remember there's 60 points on offer, so even though the intermediate sprint has happened, it will just it won't dictate too much what is happening. Also working on the front now, Caharuel and this, I always forget the name of this one. Oh, Mountain Sprint incoming. But that white team is the SWAT team. It'll take me a while to get used to the new jerseys and the names. My pronunciation is horrible because I am not from Europe. Yeah, I would have thought 13 teams would be enough too, but unfortunately it is not, so who knows what is happening here. Anyway, 4.3 Ks to the top of this climb. Haribo's back on the front. They want those mountain points, even though they're really probably not too fussed about it. They're really slowed right down as well. 30 kilometers an hour. The hill. This hill is slightly, it's the same hill, just backwards. Slightly tougher on this side here. We see it is average 6.9%, maximum 10.7. This side of the road looking slightly higher than that side of the road. Across the line, looks like maybe Thornley first. So Thornley and Herzog first equal, but Herzog first on countback for some reason. Oh, small split happening at the back as we go through the descent, but they will catch back up. There is 50 kilometers to go. Launcher wins the sprint, absolutely, in the intermediate sprint. There we have another small split there, 36 seconds. It looks like it's Trinity trying to close the gap. Tinkoff helping them out. Larry Warbass, who's sitting 22nd overall on the front there. ATT Investments team were nice enough to drop back slightly off the back of the peloton to close that gap. Langalotti sitting very, very far back in the pack. Where did I see him? I saw him somewhere at the back. Hopefully he's moving himself up towards the front. Benny Amar is the protected rider here for China Glory. They'll be going for Haha Glory today. 40 kilometers to go. Very, very windy. I mean, there's no action, right? There's no point going slow through this section here. Maybe we get 20 kilometers to go. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time, waste of your time to be like, the riders are rotating around. All the top 10 in GC are up towards the front now. Some of them working on the front for their sprinters. 25 kilometers to go. It's very, very windy. They're pushing the pace a lot now. Gerrits, Madsen and Bugard. 55 kilometers an hour. The last bit of descent We see from the profile now it's going to be a gentle descent, in very, very gentle descent, then a little dip to the finish line. Will we see an attack on the dip? Who knows? The sprint trains have begun. Orica Green Edge on the left-hand side for Dan McClay. They've got 3 men there. Bugard hopefully going to do a long, long lead out. Caharuel on the right having 4 men there. Looks like Mora and Canelles trying to protect Alfredo Hodge there. Kobo also moving up. Where is China Glory? Where is Binyamar? There he is there. They've got 2 men, Hu and the Wang there. The Ferrari squad have got their GC leader there as their sprinter. Why not, right? Ivan Romeo on the back of the SWAT team. Puncture for, is it Colby Simmons? Someone Simmons. Unlucky for him. And a split in the peloton. Rafferty Castillejo is doing the chasing now, but before that they were happy to sit behind. Thornley would have lost time on GC. Rafferty, of course. This is Darren Rafferty, who is currently sitting 2nd overall. He finds himself in that 2nd bunch. Unsure why the split happened, but Castillejo is also in the top 10, is helping him out. We see the peloton stretched out at the back here, maybe trying to allow their riders to come back in. At the front is still just the sprint trains with the pace. We say goodbye to Ravasi, who is leaving the Orica train. Budak on the front. Cyrus Monk there also, the great Australian. All kind of pushing and shoving, going back to this gap here. Thornley on the front for Haribo. Rafferty is losing out. They should make the catch very, very shortly. We can't spend all the time focusing on them. We want to see who the winner of this stage is. We're about to go through that dip in a few kilometers time. Geez, Haribo, even though they've got their Jan Christian is here, but Rafferty is off the back. Remember, still off the back. Very, very worse for wear. Now Trinity, who is trying to close that gap down. 5.4 kilometers to go. 4 distinct sprint trains here. Romeo, is he going to sprint, or is he just keeping out of trouble here on the back of the Caharuel squad? Benny Mars on the back of Berens. 4 kilometers to go. It's getting a little bit of action here. Everyone's 4 abreast now. They've started the lead out. They're pushing hard. Here's the little hill that we talked about. They're going up at 0.9%, 1% almost. Now it's flat, 2.3 kilometers to go. Benny Amar, I think, is in a good position, but there we go. The Ferrari squad is the first to make a move with Marriott Van Bell with Berens in the wheel. Canellis Hodge is being blocked, but it's the Belgian rider getting more blocks by his leader, Mount Berens on the right-hand side. Perfect race for Team Haribo with 2 stage wins out of 2. Hodge in 2nd, McClay in 4th, just out-sprinted by this guy who I can't even pronounce the name for. And there possibly could be a time split here. Perhaps Christian is losing some time heading to this back bunch. It looks like it could 50-50 all come back together. Let's wait and see the results and get that podium sorted. Here we have the finish line camera of the race. We see on the left hand side of the screen there's the Haribo squad. All kind of a miss there. The lead up men pulled to the side. Hodge trying to get through, a little bit of block. No one deviating their line there. Great celebration by the Haribo squad. Definitely points farming. Podium, Nicholas Berens wins the stage. Huzzah! Alfredo Hodge in 2nd, Xanthro Mizers in... Am I using the latest beta? They actually released the beta as a proper release, I'm pretty sure, today, didn't they? Jan Christian is leading. Nicholas Berens in 2nd. It looks like Rafferty has lost time. There was a split there in the peloton. Emil Herzog, of course, in that mountain jersey. Alfredo Hodge is leading the points classification for Caharuel. Haribo have not got a hold on every jersey in this race. Export that. Stage 2 will post the results for that. What's happening in here? But yeah, let's have a look at where that split was on today. 41 seconds. Who losing time? Martin Toft, Madsen. Any improvements? I think it's a slight improvement, yeah. Domen Novak, Darren Rafferty, of course, the biggest loser of the day, 2nd overall from the first stage. I think the sprints are a bit better. Castrovejo also losing time, the Caharuel GC leader. They, of course, went all in for their sprinter. Unlucky. A minute down, more riders losing time. Adam Rafferty, another Irishman. Jigar Horvat in the back bunch. He's making sure everyone's keeping safe and upright. I don't pay too much attention. I don't play PCM 24 except for PCM SimGame. Let's have a look at that GC. Jan Christian's up, still in first. Beden's up to second. Romeo down 1 spot. Ermakov up into 6th. We see a few changes here, obviously. Moving down, Darren Rafferty losing 33 places. He's now 46 seconds down. Castarejo 55 seconds down. There are the big losers of today, the riders that did not make that cut. So, Tour de CMU, the final stage is a mountain stage. Jan Hurt is the favourite. Verona, Castarejo, and Bedelalti. But you see these riders here, they're so far down in GC. Looks like Zandro is the best placed favourite for the stage. He is 3rd. Lux is 7th. Everyone else is out of the top 10. Splits out of nowhere makes it a bit more exciting of a race, right? No breakaway, wasn't the greatest time. So, mountain points, we'll have a look at what's on offer during the stage. I think there's 20 points at the sprint here. There we go, we'll get labels on, top 10 GC, I guess, climber, points. Right, let's get all these labels on until we get through things. But it's a short stage, remember, only 68 kilometers. The final climb is Buffing Place. 6.4% average, 10.9% maximum. 15 mountain points on offer, so the jersey's still up for grabs, is it? Nope, someone has to have points already to take that jersey. And there's a breakaway. 2 intermediate sprint points on offer, so 40 points on offer there today, plus another 35 at the finish. So the breakaway today looks like it's going to be Cortesini of the, I always forget this damn team's name, SWAT. The SWAT team. Ruth and Gray of Trinity and Edith Skelling of Orica Green Edge. ATT Investments were working on the front, but looks like they were just to get Roland into the breakaway. Haribo, of course, on the front, all out for their leader, Kristen. They've got Thornley, Bedens, Herzog, and the Rafferty. Haribo hacking. Haribo just, they're playing the game, man. They're just playing the game. 62 kilometers to go. Let's fast forward a bit till we get to the intermediate sprint points. It looks like ATT Investments rider has been caught. Will they help out with the pacemaking? No. Now? Who knows? Who knows? Alfredo Hodge moving up. Why is he doing that? Oh, there's 1.7 to the intermediate sprint. We have mistimed that. Let's go up to the breakaway. Are they sprinting for it? They are. Ruth and Gray is going for it. Cortesini is also there, but Skelling's just rolling across the line. Back in the peloton, we see Hodge, Panazzi, and McLeod, the best of the sprinters here. Benny Amar getting up into contention. Where did he finish yesterday? That's a good question, actually. Where did we see our Chinese rider finish? In 7th on yesterday's stage. Great showing from him. 32 seconds now, the advantage for the breakaway. 25 kilometers to the next intermediate sprint. Riders giving each other bottles. We see Haribo using Thornley up. He's looking quite worse for wear. Now the other teams are helping with the pacemaking. They're feeling strong today. Ugart for Uskatel, Uskadi, Gerets for Ferrari, Mongolia. And the breakaway has been caught, all back together like the commentator said. 17 kilometers to go to the intermediate sprint. Everyone's just chilling in the peloton. No issues. Reasonably stretched out, but nothing too extreme. Harrison Wood as the domestique. Interesting choice by Team Tinkoff. 8 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Must be a circuit race and then finish up a hill, is it? Oh, you start out and back, round, and then up the hill. Okay. Interesting. 4.8k to the intermediate sprint. Let's get this going. Puncture for Urmakov of ATT. He is, of course, the best placed rider in GC so far. Back at the front, 900 meters to go. Langalotti, is he going for this bonus seconds here? Surprise attack by Alfredo Hodge pips him on the line. Langalotti with the bonus 2 seconds there. Interesting choice by China Glory, but could work out in their favor. Budiak and Ermakov both off the back. Ukraine and Russia working well together. 19 kilometers to go. We're about to hit the base of the climb. 14 kilometers long. Sheesh. A lot of teams showing their face on the front. A big showing from the Uskatel squad. They have got great faith in their leader today. Ivan Romeo, why not, right? He's 4th placed overall. 10 seconds down. 71 mountain. But he's got great medium mountain and hill stat there. Man, Langalotti knew that the China Glory boss was watching, man. You know, you have to appease the leaders. especially when they're paying your bill. Here comes the climb. We see it right now, going into the climb, 38 kilometers an hour. Jeez, these guys are mad. 8%, still going 25 k's an hour. These guys are bloody strong. Bit of green showing up in the peloton now, and Post sitting a bit far back. Euskaltel, Europe car there also. Blocky just dropping back. A few of these domestics have been on the front for the day, chilling in the peloton, letting some of the stronger teams take over. Still one rider at the back. It is Bugard. Looks like the Ukrainian and Russian. They caught back up. Anyway, 2 more domestics dropping. We'll see some more domestics drop. Let's get rid of, I will leave the labels on. It's the last stage. The more the merrier, right? Jigar Horvat still here in the top few riders. Stop the count, Jigar Horvat. Stop the count. 10 kilometers. It does get steeper towards the top of the climb. 5.7% gradient now.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Oh, Behrens, is he moving Christensen up into the right position? Will we see an attack from Rafferty perhaps? Satellite rider for Kristen. Not really sure what else to say here. Romeo keeping strong in the wheels, but of course I think this guy here, this Belgian rider, will be the favourite. If it doesn't come down to a sprint, someone needs to do an attack shortly. More riders dropping off the back. The points jersey wearer is gone. Euskaltel still got 4 riders here. Markel Balocki is here. Grath for Team Beat Cycling on the front. They of course got Lukes, who of course was the second favourite for GC. Jan Hurt looks dead already. Jan Hurts, who's already lost 30 seconds in the GC, is in the middle of the peloton, no domestics, and is looking very, very worse for wear. Are we expecting an attack now? Christian's got only Rafferty left with him. A 2-pronged attack perhaps. Hurt with a little bit of energy recovery. 4.5 kilometers to go. Rafferty is dead. Darren Rafferty is gone. His any chance of having a good day out the window. The pace still being set by the Mongolian squad. Looks like there goes Romero. He's going for something, but couldn't really make it stick, and falls back slightly down the peloton. 3.1 kilometers to go. We've gone through the steepest section. It's going to sit about 8% now. Bonnet for Europe car, moving towards the front. Who's dropping? Who have we just lost? Langalotti is dead, heading back to the front. Very, very select group here at the front. Castrovejo has revived himself after losing significant time yesterday. The yellow jersey, Haribo, is dropped. It looks like it's definitely a day for the Belgian. Called that early on. Anyone else? Heatherly with is the only one who can follow. 3 riders here in the front bunch. Then Castrovejo, Mersho, Lukes, and Heatherly. Will it be a Belgian 1-2? Heatherly is on the back foot once again. Looks like he doesn't quite have enough to take the win in the stage, but he is. They're both placed in the top 10. Well done to Xandru. Lukes in 3rd. Castrovejo in... Oh, Castrovejo might get pipped. Jan Hurts had a nice revival up the climb. We saw him dead early on. He's going to cross the line in 5th there. James Shaw also. Ethiopian doing well, finishing 10th, but he's already a minute 30 down. There's Kristen, the yellow jersey leader. He's a minute 40 down on the leader. He is definitely losing that today.
It's a bit of a knock for the morale.
Well, Langalotti 20th. Well done to the China Glory squad. Let's head back right down the mountain. And Bugard will be the last man up the climb. Not too far down, to be fair. Not having a good day, it seems. But, you know, no, not everyone has a good day all the time. And have a look at the finish line camera. There we have it. For our Mongolia, work to perfection. Heatherly in 2nd. Here's the podium. 8 seconds back for Heatherly. Lukes is 39 seconds. And Castrovejo with Jan Hurt and James Shaw a minute down. The race leader, Jan Kristen, 1 minute 25. He's definitely out of GC. Out of the leader's jersey. This is the final stage, of course. So, Haribo were hacking with lots of points, but unfortunately, Jan Kristen in 4th. Xander Remisser in 1st. Heatherly 2nd. Looks in 3rd. Interesting end to this tour. The TT made a little bit of a difference, and of course the riders who lost time on yesterday's bumpy stage. Looks like mountain upgrade didn't come fast enough. unfortunately. Anyway, Emil Herzog takes home the Mountain KOM jersey, first and second for Haribo in that classification. Alfredo Hodge takes the green jersey for Team Cajaruel. He's been significant in all those intermediate sprints. Young rider Jan Christian takes that home as well as a consolation prize for finishing 4th in this tour. Romeo 43 seconds back. Oh, classification. Team Europe car taking that with the Euskatel hat. Interesting choice by them. Supporting a rival squad, but I guess, you know, no more guest countries. But thanks for tuning in for the 3-stage tour to CMU. I will be doing the Melbourne Classic. I don't think it's been streamed. So I will get that done shortly. Top 60 for GC in a stage race. Not a Grand Tour, so don't really care too much more about that. Other classifications. Points jersey, well done to Alvaro from Hodge. Well, look at me pronouncing his name completely wrong. It's alright, the hat's not too major. Emil Herzog of Haribo at least taking the Mountain jersey and the Youth jersey after spending a few days in the lead. And of course, well done to Team Europcar, completely overtaking Haribo, who lost significant time on today's stage. Anyway, back to the GC, ATT Investments. Jan Hurt finished 6th overall, climbing 17 places on that Mountain stage, and post 7th with Ruben Fernandez. He did very well. Lander Lux up to 3rd podium for Beat Cycling. Cajaruel 8th with Castrovello. Even though he lost time the previous day, he was able to be one of the greatest on the climb today. China Glory Langalotti still climbing up positions even though he lost 2 minutes today. Unlucky for him. He did get those three bonus seconds at the intermediate, 2 bonus seconds intermediate sprint. So I mean, he could be better than he would be without them. Europe car 2nd with Heatherly and 9th with Bedlatti. Well done to them. Ivan Romeo unfortunately losing out down to 11th for Euskatel. He looked very strong there today. First for Xandromis of Ferai Mongolia. Haribo also losing out in 4th. Rafferty way out of contention. Orica Green Edge 28th, the best placed rider. Swat the Zebra Herd in 17th. Hal Michael did very well, gaining 45 positions on the stage. Tinkoff Saxo just inside the top 10 with Gonzalo Serrano. Trinity James Shaw doing pretty reasonably, finishing 5th overall for their team. And that's all the teams in the race. Well, thanks for tuning in. And that's the wrong one. Let's hope this picture quality was a bit better. It looks a bit better on my end. A little bit better. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll probably do the next race later on.